Modern traps men need to avoid. They're killing your drive, focus and masculinity. Most men today are stuck, not because they're lazy, not because they're weak, but because the world has set traps, clever modern traps, that are killing their masculinity one quiet day at a time. We're not just talking about food or hormones anymore, we're talking about lifestyle traps, invisible forces that drain your testosterone, wreck your ambition and keep you passive, distracted and easy to control. If you've ever felt like your energy's off, your drive's slipping, your focus is foggy, chances are you're caught in one or more of these traps. In this video, I'm breaking down the 5 modern traps that are destroying men today, mentally, physically, and at the end, I'll give you a battle-tested blueprint to escape the matrix and to start living like the man you were built to be. Let's get into it. Trap 1. Dopamine hijacking. Let's start with the more sinister one. Dopamine overload. This is the silent killer of modern masculinity. The average guy today is drowning in stimulation from the second he wakes up. Eyes open, phone in hand, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, notifications, porn, video games, endless scrolling. Each swipe, a dopamine hit. Each like, a little chemical high. Each level up in your game, your brain thinks you've just conquered a mountain. But here's a trap. Your brain doesn't know the difference between a real achievement and fake progress. It just fires the reward again and again. Over time, this fries your dopamine receptors. Your baseline motivation drops and suddenly, real life, lifting weights, starting a business, having meaningful conversations, it all feels flat, dull, unrewarding because you've trained your brain to expect fireworks for doing nothing. A 2021 study in the translational psychiatry found that excessive digital stimulation literally rewires dopamine signaling in the brain. That means your motivation tanks, your attention span crashes, and yes, your testosterone takes a hit because low dopamine doesn't just mean low drive, it means low ambition, low purpose, low edge, and that leads directly to low testosterone. Think about it. If you're numbing your brain with quick hits all day, where's the energy to build anything, to fight for a goal, to earn respect? You're burning your masculine fire for cheap thrills. It's a vicious cycle. The more you chase fake pleasure, the more you kill your ability to chase real purpose. The fix? Dopamine detox. Start small, 1 day a week, 0 screens, no porn, no junk. Replace it with cold showers, hard training, long walks in nature, or reading something that stretches your mind. You need to retrain your dopamine system to reward effort, not ease, challenge, not discomfort, real life, not fake highs. Start making boredom your edge again because boredom is where creation starts, and dopamine discipline is a superpower in a world hooked on instant pleasure. Trap 2. Comfortable misery. This one's brutal because it feels safe. Most men today aren't failing dramatically. They're living in quiet desperation. Just enough money to get by, just enough energy to coast, just enough comfort to never change. It's called comfortable misery. You're not hitting rock bottom. You're nowhere near your potential either. The problem? Testosterone thrives on challenge, not comfort. It rises when you chase something hard, risky, meaningful. A paper from Psychoneuroendocrinology 2010 showed that male testosterone increases in competitive or goal-orientated situations, especially when there's something at stake. But if you spend every day on autopilot, taking no risks, hiding from discomfort, your testosterone tanks. Your fire dies, you slowly fade into mediocrity. The fix? Do one hard thing every day. It can be physical, like a tough workout, mental, like facing a fear, or strategic, like applying for that job, launching that business, or ending that toxic relationship. Your brain rewards challenge, so does your testosterone. Trap 3. Masculinity without brotherhood. Here's one nobody talks about. Men are becoming more isolated than ever. No real friends, no mentors, no tribe. We scroll alone, eat alone, work alone, and biologically, that's a disaster. Men evolved to operate in tribes, to sharpen each other, compete, build, and bond through shared purpose. Without that, you lose your edge. A landmark study from PLOS ONE 2014 found that men with strong male social bonds had higher baseline testosterone and lower cortisol levels. Isolation does the opposite. It weakens your hormones, drains your confidence, and makes you easy to manipulate. It's no accident the world wants you to be atomized, passive, obedient. The fix? Find or build your tribe, lift with other men, join a mastermind, call your brothers, create a circle that calls you to a higher standard. Masculinity is contagious. You need other men to unlock your own. Trap 4. Chronic distraction. Focus is a superpower, and most men today, they've completely lost it. We live in a world that chops our attention into 10-second chunks. Swipe, scroll, switch. We can't even watch a full video without checking the comments. We can't read an article without bouncing to another tab. We start 10 things and finish none. And here's a trap. We all want success. We all talk about building something. We dream about greatness, but we can't sit still long enough to make it real. And here's what most men don't realise. Testosterone thrives on focused action. When you lock in, when you commit to a mission, when you lose yourself in the grind, what's called flow state, your testosterone rises. A 2008 study from the Journal of Neuroscience found that sustained attention tasks increase androgen receptor activity. That means your body literally becomes more responsive to testosterone the more you focus. But when you're constantly distracted, your attention is scattered. That flow state never comes, and without flow, there's no deep work, no mastery, no momentum, and no hormonal edge. Distraction doesn't just waste time, it weakens your identity. It keeps you stuck in mediocrity. You scroll through lives you'll never live, instead of building your own. The fix? Train focus like a muscle. Just like you train your body, you've got to train your brain to lock in. Start with the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of pure work, 5-minute break. No phone, no noise, no dopamine candy, just you and the task. Block distractions ruthlessly. Use apps like Freedom or Cold Turkey. Put your phone in another room. Work in silence or with deep instrumental music only. Read physical books, not just tweets and captions. Practice long-form thinking. Train your attention span like it's your weapon, because it is. Build your tolerance for boredom, because that's the gateway to flow, to deep work, to massive growth. The men who can stay locked in for hours, they're the ones who rise. They're the ones who lead. Focus is rare, which means if you master it, you become dangerous. Trap 5. Subtle feminization. Now, let's get controversial. Modern society pushes men to suppress their masculinity through behavior, posture, voice tone, even emotions. You're told to be safe, agreeable, non-confrontational. You're ashamed for aggression, ambition, assertiveness, all traits driven by testosterone. Add that to soy-based diets, sedentary jobs, and endocrine disruptors, and you've got a generation of men who look and feel like a shell of what they could be. But here's the kicker. Your psychology affects your biology. A study published in Psychological Science 2010 showed that adopting a dominant posture increased testosterone by 20% in just a few minutes. Meanwhile, submissive posture dropped testosterone and raised cortisol. So your daily behaviours, how you stand, speak, walk, are either signalling power or weakness. The fix? Reclaim your masculine energy. Train martial arts, speak with clarity, move with purpose, protect, provide, pursue. You don't need to become a caricature, you need to become unapologetically masculine. Okay, so the final bit, your escape plan. If you're stuck in these traps, dopamine hijacking, comfortable misery, isolation, distraction, or feminization, understand this. It's not your fault. You were born into this system, but it's your responsibility to break out of it. So here's the battle plan. Dopamine detox 1 day a week. Daily discomfort, do something hard every day. Build your brotherhood. Train your focus like your life depends on it. Reclaim your posture, power, and presence. Do that for 30 days. Watch your testosterone rise. Watch your mind sharpen. Watch your life change. Because the traps are real, but so is the escape. And once you reclaim your edge, you become unstoppable. Remember to drop a comment below, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.